The episode begins with Anurag advising Ishani to file a domestic violence case against Shashwat. However, he also knows that Ishani is not someone who would take that step easily. Anurag's mother questions why Ishani stayed with Shashwat for so long despite everything. Ishani explains that she was afraid of society and its judgment, knowing that people would blame her if she chose to break her marriage. Anurag's mother responds firmly, saying society will gossip no matter what, and no one should sacrifice their life trying to please others. Anurag supports this and urges Ishani to leave Shashwat for good. He asks her to stay with them if she truly trusts him. When Anurag's mother asks whether Ishani plans to return to Shashwat's house, Ishani replies emotionally that she would rather die than go back there. However, she admits that she is still legally Shashwat's wife, and if she stays with Anurag without resolving the marriage, Shashwat could deliberately create problems and ruin Anurag's life. Ishani then reveals her decision to divorce Shashwat. Anurag assures her that he will speak to a lawyer. He also encourages Ishani to continue her education. Ishani hesitates and reminds him that Pihu studies at the same college. She worries that Pihu might react negatively if she sees them together. Anurag tells her clearly that Pihu's actions are not their responsibility. The next day, Anurag is momentarily stunned when he sees Ishani wearing a simple sari. Ishani tells him she plans to resume college after 2 days, but Anurag insists she should go back immediately. Ishani again expresses fear, saying that Pihu may try to take revenge. Anurag reassures her and asks her not to be afraid. He informs her that they will meet the lawyer that evening. That Anurag's mother agrees that Ishani's fear is understandable, but reminds them that once the divorce is finalized, there will be nothing left to worry about. Anurag admits that Shashwat will not agree to a divorce easily. Ishani responds that she already knows this and clarifies that she does not want any alimony. All she wants is a peaceful life. She tells Anurag that if Shashwat refuses a mutual divorce, she is prepared to go to the police. Ishani asks Anurag for the lawyer's office address, but he tells her that he will personally take her there in the evening. He reassures her once again, saying she has done nothing wrong and should not live in fear. Ishani reminds him of Shashwat's ego and how unpredictable he can be. Anurag's mother calls them for breakfast and walks inside, leaving Anurag and Ishani alone. Anurag asks Ishani about her future plans. Ishani replies honestly that all she wants right now is freedom from Shashwat. She admits she has not thought about anything beyond that. Anurag tells her that no one can live alone forever. Ishani reflects that she once had many dreams and plans, but none of them worked out. Now, she prefers to go with the flow of life. Anurag reminds her that they once had dreams together when they were in love, but circumstances forced them apart. He says that now it feels like life is giving him another chance. Acknowledging that it may not be the right moment, Anurag still gathers the courage to ask Ishani if she would return to his life once everything is settled. Ishani replies softly that she never said she didn't want to return to his life. The episode ends on this emotional note. Later, in the recap, Ishani meets the lawyer and expresses her wish for a mutual divorce. The lawyer contacts Shashwat and learns that he is willing to agree. In a parallel moment, Shashwat tells Nandini that transferring company shares to another company is not right. Nandini responds by saying that she is only trying to help him. The episode begins with Anurag trying to learn whether Ishani will return to his life after divorcing Shashwat. He gets happy when he gets a positive answer from Ishani. He tells Ishani that Shashwat won't agree to a divorce easily. Ishani gets ready for a big fight because she feels Shashwat won't agree to a mutual divorce. Anurag puts Kala Tikka on her and leaves for college. On the other side, Nandini asks whether Shashwat doesn't want to know where Ishani is staying. Shashwat replies he doesn't care about that. Rajdidi asks him to make sure Ishani never returns. Pihu says it's easy to guess where Ishani is staying. Shashwat says he tolerated Ishani. For Pihu, Pihu regrets trusting Ishani. Nandini says she warned Pihu about Ishani, but the latter did not listen to her. Shashwat says Ishani has to pay for the insults he is facing because of her. And he feels like he lost. Nandini tells him that Ishani lost and no one will accept Ishani, not even Anurag. Rajdidi says Anurag doesn't deserve Pihu, and she is glad Pihu got saved from Anurag's trap. Nandini says Anurag is not trustworthy, and he won't accept Ishani. Meanwhile, Anurag's mother serves Ishani. Ishani eats and says the food is tasty. She gets emotional thinking about her mother. Anurag's mother says she's also a mother to Ishani. Ishani says she will help Anurag's mother with household chores. Anurag's mother says her son loves Ishani so much, and she's proud of her upbringing because her son did not bend in front of a lie. Ishani asks whether Anurag's mother doesn't hate her because Anurag suffered Samik because of her. Anurag's mother says it was not Ishani's fault. Ishani says she should have come there earlier, but she was busy fighting against her fate. Rajdidi tells Shashwat to divorce Ishani. Shashwat says Ishani will ask for alimony, which he doesn't want to give. Rajdidi tells him to waste time on Ishani. Shashwat says he is frustrated he could not do anything. Nandini says Ishani must be in Anurag's house. Shashwat says he won't divorce Ishani, so she can't marry Anurag. Nandini tells him that his property will go to Ishani automatically if anything happens to him then. Rajdidi tells Shashwat to divorce Ishani as soon as possible. Shashwat says he has to wait and see what Ishani is planning to do. He decides to talk to his lawyer. Ishani asks whether Anurag's mother doesn't have a problem with Anurag marrying a divorcee. Anurag's mother says she is also a single mother, so why won't she support a woman being a woman? And Ishani is sweet, so she understands why Anurag did not marry anyone till now. Ishani hugs Anurag's mother. The episode begins with Anurag telling everything to lawyer Samir. Samir asks Ishani why she did not go to the police. Ishani says she did not want to involve police in family matters. Anurag says Ishani wants a mutual divorce. On the other side, Nandini tells Pihu not to talk to Anurag. Rajdidi says Anurag may trap Pihu in a new plan. Nandini tells Shashwat to talk to a lawyer about transferring his company's shares to her name. Pihu asks why Shashwat has to give money to Nandini. Nandini says Pihu won't understand. Shashwat says he doesn't want Ishani to get anything, so he is planning to transfer his shares in Nandini's name. And he trusts Nandini that she will return his shares to him later. Rajdidi says Nandini understands Shashwat the best. Shashwat says Nandini supported him in his difficult situations. Pihu says she doesn't even want Ishani's shadow in their house. Rajdidi says Shashwat threw Ishani out of the house at the right time. Later, Shashwat tells Nandini that his team doesn't want him to share his company's shares in her name. Nandini says she just wanted to help Shashwat. She tells him to do what he wants. Shashwat hugs her and tells her that he'll vesh her. Nandini asks him why he is confessing suddenly. Shashwat says he was stressed all these days due to Ishani, but now he is free. And he doesn't have any stress in business either because of Nandini. Nandini says at least Shen's power of attorney to manage everything. Shashwat tells her that he will do that. Nandini says she is worried about Pihu. She asks him to divorce Ishani as soon as possible. Shashwat says Ishani will ask for alimony if he initiates divorce then. Samir calls Shashwat and tells him that he is handling Ishani's divorce case. He says Ishani wants a mutual divorce, but if Shashwat won't agree to a mutual divorce, then the case will go to court, and Ishani's alimony demand should be fulfilled by Shashwat. Shaswat says he is ready for mutual divorce, and he will talk to his lawyer. He asks how many days it will take to complete the formalities. Samir replies it will end in a couple of days and disconnects the call. Nandini tells Shaswat that Ishani is desperate to marry Anurag. Shaswat says she is happy he got rid of Ishani. Nandini asks him to not forget business matters. Shaswat asks her to marry him. Nandini asks how her son will accept this. She says they are staying in the same house, so that doesn't matter. Shaswat tells her that she is right and hugs her. Anurag says Shaswat doesn't want to give alimony. That's why he agreed to a mutual divorce. Ishani says she is surprised Shaswat agreed to a mutual divorce because she thought he would take revenge on her. The episode ends. Precap. Anurag's mother asks Ishani whether the latter is ready to marry Anurag. Ishani says that marriage should have happened many years back. She gets worried about how she is going to face Shaswat. On the other side, Shaswat tells Pihu to open the door.